in my headphones yet because I have some stuff to fix. Just make sure this is going. Sending. Streaming, sending. Why is my primary channel the slowest one? Okay, let's see. To fix. There we go. So this morning, actually, I got to email myself so that I don't forget this. But this morning, I went to work on somebody's guitar that actually lives in my neighborhood, but actually kind of a famous dude. You know, it's so weird that we live just a couple houses apart. And this is the first time I ever actually been to his place, and I had to take a look on at his guitar, and I didn't have my multimeter. So I don't know. It must have either fell out at the club I was at last night, or I heard something fall out of my bag last night. So I'm hoping that's it. I ordered another one. These ones are $20. It's so worth it. It's not a fluke. It's not anything fancy, but for 99% of the time, it does exactly the job I need it to do. And for $20, I'm not going to complain. So I just ordered another one, even though I'm hoping I'll find mine at the store. But I'm going to take my spare one that I keep at the school. I've got a couple multimeters here, so I'll take that there. But first of all, let's see. Let me throw the overhead camera on here. Look at this is how much workspace I have for fixing guitars and stuff. Like I'm so crunched for space. First, I think somebody left a guitar cable hanging on my door, so we're gonna take a look at this. You've never done this, well, hopefully there's gonna be something wrong with it. Otherwise, it's gonna be useless. But sometimes you test and it still works, but it doesn't actually work in the real world, which is really, really frustrating. But so first of all, I'm going to put my multimeter in continuity mode. So if you touch, it's going to beep. And so I'm going to look for a short if the tip and the sleeve are touching. Ooh, which they are. Okay. So I'm getting a short already in this cable. So let's just take a look at what's going on here. All right. So this has... Here's the thing. You guys know I never have enough like razors and things like that. I'm scared of them, so I don't really keep them around. I have X-Acto knives sitting in the bottom of buckets, so that won't go in the bucket because I don't want to get cut up by my X-Acto knife. So we're gonna see how I'm gonna take that apart. Like I said, I'm really bad with these kind of things. So I actually have a big tube of heat shrink, all different sizes. So if I really wanted to, I can heat shrink this back up. It doesn't look to me... Don't ever get old and you need one of these things. I don't see it shorting here. Let's take a look at this side. And these jacks can go bad too, so it's not necessarily the cable. Or sometimes somebody scrunches one of these cables in the middle someplace, and that pinches it short. So there's a lot of different things that can happen here. And if I can see in here, I can 99% of the time it's going to be just something simple right at the ends that you can see, but sometimes it's not, and sometimes it's not even worth it. You just cut that cable up and throw it away. One thing that's going on is this jacket was cut too far back, so it's slippery inside here. That's not good. Man, I hate having to use razors and knives Okay. So this looks very bad. Oh yeah, this is all shorted out. Um, I don't know if you can see this. Man, it's not gonna focus on that. That's a bummer. We're gonna get in a camcorder for this. See if this will. Not really. Yeah, sorry, but this is really bad. Okay, so take care of that. Okay, so just some basic stuff. Um, back at the big studio, we'd always have the interns make a block of wood with every connector on it, and you could stick your stuff into to solder with it. But these Behringer CT1000 testers, they're so cheap. It's kind of may as well just use that, cheap and easy. Okay, so I'm just going to cut this off here. And I'm probably going to open this up and re-pinch it. That's probably a good idea. And again, one of those things I don't have, like electric screwdrivers, which I should have. I should have a lot more needle nose pliers and things, but I don't. All right, so first thing I'm going to do is just pull off this old junk that's on here. I think the magnifier I'm using in here is too big. And I keep buying other things just because it's not so fun to buy new soldering irons, but I really need to. I need to buy one of those Hakos that you guys all have. It seems to be pretty good. And while I have this off, let's just confirm that that we're no longer shorting. Right? Let's rule that out so that there's not some pinch in the cable that I'm not going to be able to fix. So here we go. Test the sleeve to the tip. Good. No short. Okay. So ready with here. So I don't have anything super fancy to cut this. I just use pressure. I do have an automatic wire stripper, but I can never make those things work. People buy them for me all the time, which is cool, but they don't really work for me. So this is not the ideal way to do it, but it should work. As long as I don't go through the center, I'm good. Let's see if one of these pieces of shrink wrap looks like it'll make sense for this. Jacket. Just too small. That looks way too big. Maybe it's okay. We'll see. I don't think I have my heat gun here. I might, but I don't think so. One of my artist friends uses it for her. She does some kind of special painting that needs heat. So to tin or not to tin? I think I should tin these first. And I'm really struggling with this this level of magnification. It's making me work way too close to the work. Probably get some more reading glasses. 2 is too small. 3 is too much. So 2.25 or 2.5 would probably be best for me. I actually have those someplace. Should order some from Amazon, paint them red or something. Yeah, I'm really struggling with this. All right. And do I have other glasses that are like the right? What are these? That's 2.0. So do I fold this over on itself or do I solder it up to here? I think that's how I'm going to do it. Oh man, this visor's killing me. I'm going to bring the shrink wrap up because I want it to shrink when it gets there. That's fine. Okay, that ain't going anywhere. Heat this guy up with the soldering iron. That's not ideal. I guess I could use a lighter if I had one in here, which I don't think I do. But that'll do. Heat up the jack. That should transfer some heat to it. Okay. Squinch down the retainer thingies. And I guess we could use the Behringer tester since it's sitting right here. Cable tester. Give it a good wiggle. Looks like it's working. And we'll confirm with the multimeter. Screw this back together. That's ugly, but you know what? It's gonna hold. Okay. Good. Okay, so we're going to use this cable for the next repair. Some stuff here. Yeah, I would love to have more space. Hawaii is really, really limited when it comes to space, man. It is a constant challenge. I'm so lucky to have what I have right here. So Ibanez Micro. I love these things. This volume pot is flopping around, and I hear that there's no output on this guitar. I'm going to find that out right now. Like I said, we're going to use this jack to test. We know it works. All right, so throw that Reaper here. Oh boy. Okay, now the glasses. This Tonex software is the worst, man. So bad. So incredibly bad. Where is the clean? Bring it back. 80s clean. Okay, there we go. So this needs to be on 25. All right, so not getting anything. And this uses that new kind of Ibanez jack. It's like a one piece. I forget what they call it. But we're not going to be lucky enough that that's probably the problem. It's probably broke off right here on this one. And I really need electric screwdriver for this. Like, you guys got recommendations, let me know. Like, this is kind of the pits. Man, this pick guard mounted electronics is no fun, you know. We're gonna see how this goes. Sometimes you can dump a tremolo and pull the pick guard up, but I don't think we're gonna get that lucky here. We'll see. I'm using the wrong size screwdriver, making it hard on myself. Of course, every screwdriver I'm gonna pull out is gonna be wrong. Oh, one more screw. I should have said something. Where's my phone? Sorry, 1 second. Be right back on there. Okay. Let's see if I can't somehow. Yeah, see, this is going to be not fun. So I could take the string winder and pull this. I could try and get underneath this volume pot, which is sometimes the way to go. That's the. Okay, well, for sure this pot is completely loose. This is what I don't want to do, but I might have to. Oh man, gotta plug this guy in. I'm going to charge this for the return. Let's see if I can get this a little bit higher now. Oh, yeah, see, there's still something holding. I think it's actually under the tongue. A sublingual pick guard. There we go. Okay. This is not pleasant at all. I don't want to break things and make things worse, but here we go. So let's see what's going on here. So this, man, I've never in my life twisted one of these things all the way around. Once it feels loose to me, I just stop twisting. You know, why? I have some special tools that actually help with this, but I don't know why people are so mean. So this pot's become loose, and then the solution to whatever genius was doing was just to keep twisting it until all the wires broke off. All right, that is a lot of twists, man. Oh wow. Okay, so oh, everything's broken now. Oh wow. Okay, so we actually have a lot of broken here. So here's the output jack. Here's a ground for something. I'll just ground it to whatever. Here's the knob going to the cap. So let's see if we can find Ibanez micro wiring, because I know everybody says it doesn't matter which one of these two goes where. But, you know, it kind of does. Let me just look real quick. It's amazing how impossible it is to get stuff on Google now. Let's see. I don't want to blend. I don't want anything weird. It's amazing how hard it is to get schematics for anything anymore. It's just so bad. Google is so useless. The micro geo. The geo. How about wiring diagram? Yeah, it is just it's amazing. Like, their base. Let's look at this Ibanez DiMarzio, whatever. Oh wow, that's really helpful. Oh man, what I'm really looking for is the output jack. So these guys are saying put it on the middle one. Actually, this is a really bad drawing. On the middle one going to output, and they're gonna put the tone on the outside leg. Okay, well we'll do that. Oh, sorry. So here's what I'm looking at right here. It's just, man, it's crazy. You know, that's why, you know, if you ever watch when I get mad and I boot people off of chat or forums when somebody says just Google it, because just Googling it won't do any good. Google has become worse than useless. They will purposely send you to erroneous junk. All right, where? Here it is. This isn't always the handiest thing in the world, but in situations like this, it's like perfect. And I almost want to take. Let me see if I have some green Loctite, because I'm going to lock that sucker on. Oh, I do. I have green Loctite right here. All right. There's no reason this pot's coming off of here. So Loctite it is. And when you're talking about stuff this small, green Loctite may as well be red. So here we go. And my fingers are going to smell like Loctite for the rest of the day. Yay. Let's do what I can to prevent that, actually. So if I touch my brake discs, then I'm going to be bumming. All right. So this guy is so twisted up. I'm scared to untwist it. I'm going to do a continuity check on everything, but I'm just going to lock this in place, and then we're going to get to work. Okay. So I really like these things. I don't really like that they're single direction on per side. Kind of wish they would be on both sides, but there might be a reason for that. Yeah, I have to get a firm grip so I can really lock this guy down. I don't want this. Yeah, who was that? They had the rocket socket or something like that. That looked really handy. I need to order those. Just, not made out of money. Okay, so the output jack is going to go to the middle, and the tone and the pickup selector switch output are going to go to the outside. Yeah, so I'm just looking for my wire strippers. I should Loctite that tone pot on as well. All right, where did the wire strippers go? Oh, here we go. Yeah, this is. Oh, I got the glasses on. That's why. Yeah, I got to go run over to Long's and grab some 2.25s and 2.5s, I think. I'm constantly looking for everything. There's just not that much space, When I first made this desk, or my friend Tommy made this desk, I thought, oh, it's going to be perfect for working on guitars. But, any flat space in the studio just becomes very populated very quickly. That is solid. Have a ground to put on. Okay. Plug this in. See if we get anything. We're still going to be out of luck. I'm not seeing anything. I think I should see some output. Anything else broken off? Just to ease my paranoia, I'm gonna plug in another guitar real quick. Oh. There's supposed to be a delay on there. Well, anyway, that guitar is definitely working. Okay. Oh. Maybe this is working. Okay, hold on. Again, friends don't let friends do pickguard mounted electronics. This is why. I know all the Strat guys are screaming blasphemy right now, but they're nuts anyway. Why am I stuck? What am I stuck on? Okay, well, definitely it's working, so that's that. Let me see what this next problem is. Hopefully that Loctite keeps it from getting broken the same way again. Oh, man. Woo, this is a nightmare. Wow. All right. Take some drastic action again. Pull this guy out. This is such a... Whew. Where is it stuck? Oh man, it's the knot they made from twisting it up. There we go. Now let's see if I didn't just break it putting it back together. Seems right. Throw some screws back on. We'll test it out. Now I'm wondering why the delays on this clean that I have. I don't think I have delays on my one of my Tonexes. I use a Tonex inside my Helix for like some of the amp sounds and things, and there's a delay on there that I didn't expect to be on. That's a little weird. All the things that can make you paranoid, you know. Not that the delay is going to kill anybody, but I don't think it should be on there. This really stupid autosave that you can't turn off on the Tonex One, unfortunately. I mean, that's like the worst part about that software, I think. Tonex pedal's much better, but I don't need the full size one for that. put retune. Start zipping these strings back up. Okay, let's see what we got here. I'm still trying to decide like which picks to use. Need a bunch of picking help here. Let's see. Oh, that is the pickup hitting the string. Okay. I think this guitar needs new strings badly. Oh, it hurts. Well, the electronic part works. That was the main thing for today. All right, let me get some of these tools out of the way. So, first thing, actually, I had to copy over some video files from last night, but put some of this tech junk out of the way. I got a mix Actually, somebody from one of the forums, from Rig Talk, he is having trouble with the mix. I'm going to take a look and see if there's not something I can do about it. No guarantees. Headphones. Let's start this up. This is from user Reverend Bo or Reverend Bow. I'm not sure which, but we're gonna he's a fellow Reaper user, which is nice. Just gonna take a look at what he's got here. Doesn't look like he sent me the Reaper file, but that's okay. Let's just look. Save this in downloads. Why is that all mushed? Drag these in there. Okay. All right. Well, here's my biggest problem already off the bat, and you know, there's ways we could fix this, but the drums are just a stereo drum. There's nothing we can. Well, it's not so much we can do, but nowadays I think with Melodyne or something, I could probably extract it into like different drums and then replace them all. Maybe. Let's see what they're like. Something's wrong. I'm only hearing one ear. Okay, that's just my headphones. So I say there's 3 parts to a song: the kick drum, the snare drum, and the rest of the song. Right. So these drums aren't bad, though. Maybe we can make them work. Sound very mono, though. It's a stereo file, but I think these are mono drums. So, you know, if I really wanted to, I could go and set these out to some triggers and make it into stereo drums. Maybe I want to just try and use Reaper stock plugins to see how far I can get. Let's do that first. There's a couple guitars here. Some effects. Just turn all these down for now. Set the drums. 12. Put recomp in here. Around 10 milliseconds. 4 to 1. Yep. Okay. I do not like the sound of these drums. This is really starting to bug me. Okay, so you know what? Let me get some ideas here. Seems to be peaking at -13. I'm gonna raise that by 7 dB when I get around that -6 mark. Okay, there we go. Let's take a look at what the rest of this stuff is. I'm gonna insert a track here from a template, and that's just gonna be my RMS level meter thing. I just use this for figuring out clip gain. Receives. So that's my RMS meter track. Show No normal top level tracks. So here's my RMS meter. It's not going to the master. It's just for level checking. And I'm going to add a receive from all tracks. I don't need it from the drums. See what I might else need. I think I need it for the rest of these. Okay. So I'm just looking for like minus 18 RMS from everything. So let's look at this first thing. Turn these down. Woo! Okay. Let me turn this down. Okay, I'm going to drop that by 12 dB ish. These guitars. Okay, this is stereo, but it feels far away and insubstantial. Might be okay. This might be like a, what do you call it? Ambient track, whatever. Really feels too far away. Like there's effects baked in that are going to be a little bit tricky. So I'm going to turn this up by 2.5 dB. Yeah, and I'm looking for that minus 18 RMS-ish area. Yes, this sounds like the same thing. Okay, so one's a double of the other, but they're both stereo. Not exactly how I'd like to do it, but okay, so this one's going to go up by 2.5 dB as well. Man, there's a lot of reverb here. Things are sounding pretty far away. I'm not sure what I can do. Really, the main thing I would do is fix these drums. That's good. I mean, for like an ambient kind of effecty track, this is actually probably cool. Hot. I'm going to take it down. Let's see this one. Distorted and weird. It's strange. Okay, I'm going to go down by 5 dB. Well, I think I want to use my in-ear monitor rack tonight. I got to think about that. What is this? Maybe this is really supposed to be like that kind of far away sounding thing. I'm going to turn this up by 7 dB. This is some tripendicular stuff. Yeah, you know, this is kind of going back to my initial thing. If those drums were solid, this whole thing would be okay. Just because it's kind of an ambient thing, and just have those solid drums. Let's see how this bass is. Hopefully it's really solid. Oh, yeah. A little muddy. I'd like it to be clangier, but maybe it works for this. Down by 7 dB. So let's look at these again, turn everything down. Let's take a look at the drums and bass. These drums sound like they're phasing themselves out. Yeah, you hear that echo? Listen to the echo of the stick clicks. Wait, is it getting in the bass? What is this? What am I hearing? No. Okay. Yeah, I wonder if this is supposed to be like this really big ambient swirl of stuff, because there's so much effects going on here, and man, there's some. It sounds like stuff is getting phase canceled or comb filtered or something. That's, I mean, if it's what it's supposed to be, that's actually cool. I'm gonna make some folders here. So I can just turn this up or down real quick. This is all cool stuff. Drums just hurt. Let me see if I can't put a bunch of this stuff together. Yeah, and I bet you with solid drums, this would just be awesome. Let me see. I don't know that Melodyne does this. I think it does. So let's take a look. I'm not going to get much out of those drums as they sit. I mean, if I could turn them into MIDI or something, maybe I could trigger them with. Well, trigger doesn't have cymbals. Well, let's just see. Let's just see what Melodyne can do. Can it turn into drum MIDI? I don't know. They call this algorithm. What did it use? Percussive. Okay. Yeah. So let's see what it found. So it's just giving me one thing here. So that's not really going to work. Let's try percussive pitched and see if that does anything. We might be able to turn it into MIDI or something. Or it might just end up with a mess. Okay, so where is it? Nowhere good. Okay. I wonder if there's some kind of AI stem separator that would do this. Turn this off. Okay. Just want to see. Okay, let me see. So I'm gonna filter the crap out of this track. Okay, is that gonna be enough? Let's see. Maybe. Okay. So let's compare that to this. Right. Oh, sorry. I didn't realize how late this was getting. I actually got a split, but I think these drums will make all the difference in this thing. We can leave it that ambient. I'd like to have it a little bit more solid on the guitar stuff, but I think it actually works. Once you have a deeper kick drum or deeper kick and snare in there, let me see what I can do. Hopefully I'll be back on later tonight.